Hello and welcome to the Coach Hair Show. Thank you for stopping by today's episode. The subject is all around finding your passion. So first of all, I want to explain why I'm talking about this. By most people's description, I am a strength coach, a fitness coach, right? So why am I talking about your career, your job, your passion in life, so to speak? The reason is because first of all, I look at myself at more than just a physical coach, right? That is what I love to do. Is I love to touch many different points in a person's life because I find that's where the most value really comes. When I work with somebody on their fitness solely, they can improve every metric, right? Their muscle mass, their body fat percentage, their strength on certain lifts. But if other areas in their life are not in check, right? They're not accounted for. They're not going to see the overall fulfillment factor in their life improve. And that's what I'm after, right? I don't want to just help people get lean and build muscle and be strong for just that purpose, because that doesn't lead to anything without the entire life as a whole moving in a forward direction. So that's why I'm talking about this subject. And that's also part of the subject itself. A lot of people feel the need to look for their passion, right? They struggle because they are not doing what they're passionate about. This was me for a long time with school, with certain areas of my life, right? I didn't feel that I was excited about them. I didn't feel that they were what I was meant to be doing. So I didn't put in the right amount of effort towards them. I didn't apply myself because I was waiting for the day that I found the passion and then I would work hard for it. And it's an interesting piece for me, right? Because I am doing something that I happen to be very passionate about. And that is this, coaching people on their strength, right? Their mental states, making these podcasts, making these videos, working with people in a one-on-one or in a group setting to better their lives. I'm very passionate about that. And that's what I do for work as well. It's not luck because I've made it happen, but I am fortunate to be in a place where I can do that daily, right? But where I did struggle was I didn't take advantage of several years of my life where I could have been honing certain skills, right? That would have made this entire thing that I'm doing, this whole point of my life at this point, that much better. I wasn't doing what I was passionate about, so I wasn't putting in that effort, as I stated earlier. So today I want to give a counter option for you. If you feel like you're in a similar place, right? You currently don't have a job or a pursuit or something that you feel inherently passionate to, I want to encourage you to still show up with passion, right? To still show up with that energy and with that excitement. That's not to say that you have to do that thing forever. It's not to say that you have to do that thing right now. But anybody can love what they do, all right? Even if it's not the thing that you thought you were passionate about or the thing that you are most excited about. Loving what you do is a choice. Finding your passion is luck, right? It takes effort. You have to try a lot of things, but it's not always going to happen at first glance, and it's not always going to be right in front of you. But loving what you do is something that you can do immediately right now, all right? For example, the other day I was in an Uber. I was going downtown. I was in a cab, right? I was talking to the gentleman that was driving, and I found out that this wasn't his passion, right? It wasn't his only gig. It wasn't his only job. He was pursuing other things. But he was one of the most entertaining, enjoyable, kind Uber drivers that I've ever experienced, right? He spent the entire ride having a conversation with me. He was giving me details of the city, right? Where I should go. I was in a different place than I currently live. Where I should go, what I should do. He was giving me secret tours of the main streets, right? He was going above and beyond in all ways. He was choosing to love what he does for work in that moment, right? And the reason that's so smart is because one, what other choice do you have, right? He was in that moment. He wasn't going anywhere else. He had to be there anyways. He was, or at least in that ride, right? He was working. So he chose to love the opportunity in front of him, which was to give a great ride to me, right? To teach me something about a new city, to give me a great experience. And now look, I'm talking about him in a podcast. So you can do this with anything. And let's bring it back to fitness for a moment because I always find it's relevant to connect the two, I've worked with a lot of people in the past that have built the muscle, lost the fat, changed whatever variable it was that we set out to change with regards to their fitness. But they still came back to me and said, this week sucks. I hate my job. My job is killing me, right? I need to get out of there. I need to get out of there. And I have a lot of empathy for that, first of all, because, I don't say the same. I love what I do. And it's hard. It's very hard, right? There's a lot of hard moments, but overall, I'm very excited every day about the opportunity that I have. And some of these people that I've worked with weren't in a place where they felt the same. But what I noticed is that disdain, that disgust, that hatred towards the job or towards the situation that they were in carried over to the attempts that we were making, right? It messed up the workouts. It messed up their sleep. It messed up their happiness, their relationships. That affected their fitness, their health, everything that I was trying to help them accomplish. So you can see it carries over, right? It's not just your job is over here on the left, your fitness is over here on the right. Everything connects. That's why I talk and do this kind of content, right? It's all related. So my point right now is that whether it's for the sake of improving your health and fitness or improving your overall fulfillment and joy in your life, right? I really, really recommend you, if you are in a place where you're not feeling passionate or excited about what you do every day, I challenge you before you find that thing, because it's still out there and I think you should always keep looking because there's always something that you'll be more excited, more drawn to, right? You should keep looking for that. But in the meantime, you should love what you do, which is a choice right now. Because every character trait, every habit, every piece of the job, of the puzzle, of the thing that you're working on can carry over to that future thing. Just like I said, right? Back in school, back in earlier work days, in places that I wasn't passionate about what I was doing. If I only knew what I knew now, I would have told myself back then that the personal, social skills, right? The mental abilities to solve certain problems and to push myself through work when I didn't feel like it, all of those qualities and skills would have been worth pursuing my absolute best, even if I wasn't passionate about it, because they would have carried over to right now. And I feel like I'm doing a pretty good job right now. I feel confident where I'm at, but I could always be better, right? We all can. So I'm telling you from all kinds of experience that regardless of what situation you're in right now, and this goes even past work, right? Anything, you can choose to love the situation you're in. You can choose to love the environment in your environments you're in. You can choose to love the work that you're doing because you are able to, right? Not everyone's so lucky to have that opportunity. And because it is going to help you get into a better frame of mind, a better status with all these other opportunities that are possible, and it will help you lead. It'll help lead you to the place that you want to go faster, smoother, more efficiently, and with more fulfillment. All right. So to wrap up, don't look for the thing that you love all the time while remaining miserable until you find it, right? Love what you do right now and tomorrow and the next day. And I hope that in some point in that timeline, you will find the thing that you also happen to naturally love, all right? And you will develop that and it will all merge and it will be amazing and you'll be able to stay passionate and excited much more often. All right, I hope that helps. This is today's episode. Again, I hope you see how it carries over to health and fitness and strength training and mental states, right? It's all connected. If there's anything I can do to help with this topic, if you want to deep dive into it, right? If you want to talk about your exact situation and have me walk you through some ideas, I'm always happy to. Sign up for my email list. It's on my website, coachedbyharris.com. You can also email me, harris@coachedbyharris.com. You can comment wherever you're watching or listening to this, and I'd be happy to talk with you about it. All right. So thank you so much for tuning in. I'll talk to you in the next episode. Take care.